Can't wait to see what Blake thinks of her onesie.
We're going to see whether or not these designs actually hold up in 3D, because they don't in 2D.
Having seen glimpses of them in motion, well, RWBY still holds up, because I think RWBY has just consistently been, like, the safest design.
We'll see.
Weiss, it's the hair. I don't think it's going to look good. I'm scared. Blake and Yang are just lost causes at this rate. Yang was, like, her fall from grace was so sharp.
She had a dope outfit in Volume 4.
I can't remember what she looks like, so I will be pleasantly horrified.
Nice. Beautiful.
Well, she has a jacket, unlike Blake. Oh, wait.
A jacket, you say? Someone call the police.
I have them on speed dial. Actually, everybody has them on speed dial because their number's only 3
Yeah,
months.
it's 999, you stupid.
Well. Oh, Mr.
Are you gonna pull the, it's actually 911? I said the police, not the cops.
right.
The caps.
Anywho.
We know that the crew are getting their upgrades.
Yeah.
That is with heavy finger quoting.
We need those upgrades. No, I think there's room to upgrade people. I mean, not in, like, the style department, but certainly in the practicality department.
Blake is the most useless weapon I've ever seen in this entire show.
It's a gun.
And
with a sword.
Congratulations, it's a bayonet.
it's just impractically designed, as opposed to, like...
I think it's just that the pistol, I don't know if it's the design itself, but it doesn't feel very powerful.
Yeah!
If it was like a revolver and had some serious kick to it, like the gunchucks, I feel like it would instantly feel far more cool.
Does everyone remember Ironwood's revolver and how metal that thing was?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't that thing like snipe down a bird or something?
Yeah. Also, sorry for the Goose of Destruction there. I didn't mean to drop the F-bomb.
We'll worry. Hey guys, if you want to hear what he actually said, you can go to patreon.com.
It rhymes with duck.
Don't spoil it.
I know, God.
Well, let's talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw on Twitter, before my very eyeballs, that RWBY spoilers was trending. Now that has me interesting. So they're going to do something, and people are talking about it.
Yeah.
My prediction is that Aesop betrays RWBY. That's my prediction.
Already? You think that's going to happen in episode 3?
I would not put it past them, and honestly, it's best just to get it out of the way.
Fair enough.
Already?
I would be reasonably okay with it, I guess. You know, just so stuff happens.
Yeah.
I've been talking about it quite a lot, but I've been noticing it around as well. People are starting to notice the fact that a lot of this is standing around just talking about stuff. And a lot of the characters just don't move while they're what's the word? Exploring?
Exposition.
Are we ready to jump right into it, ladies and gents?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Oh, delicious.
Wonderful.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Intro music.
Yeah, it's weird. I was just thinking about this. This intro literally lines up right in the middle for me. This is literally the most middle of the road intro they've had thus far.
Yeah.
It used to be volume 4 for me, but you know, that's because kind of have to choose. So like in order, I think my favorite openings were 2, 1, and 6.
So this is episode 3,
2 was
right?
back when they were still trying with the music.
Yeah.
Volume 7.
Yeah, this is episode 3.
Season 3. Ace Attorney.
If this has turned into a court case, like I would actually be pissed. I'm glad it's not that. I'm very glad it's not that.
Oh, always protect Penny.
Oh,
Yeah, amen.
From what? We can
from
put her
the
back together.
inevitable reuse of her death, damn it. We know it's coming.
Listen.
We have a master hacker man on staff now.
That's true.
Just put her back together
Hacker
again.
Man is coming for them.
No, this time he'll like delete her memory files or whatever like that. And
Back her up on a mechanical hard drive and put it in
Also,
a drawer.
I can't remember who
no one
said
uses
it.
those anymore. They're all solid state.
So
I can't remember who suggested it.
Still put it in a drawer.
But didn't
Silly
someone say
boys.
something like, Ironwood going in for a hug, he planted a bug on Crow?
Oh, that was an idea.
Why would he need to if they were getting completely new outfits?
Because it was
True.
under the
I mean-
skin.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, clowns.
Meanwhile, in snow.
All right, gather round.
Meanwhile, in Wisconsin.
That's accurate.
gather round and talk to me.
Atlas military huntsmen are already hard at work clearing out the surrounding tundra.
Protecting the tundra.
I hate how these guys.
Hey.
I hate how these guys hold their weapons. That is so limp.
I like their hats slash outfits.
They're way down there. Pew, 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 pew.
This is our target.
Hey, it's the Volume 4.
Haha, Nora.
Aw, yay.
Nora, your outfit gets a downgrade.
Spoilers. Just kidding. I am kidding.
Oh, she's so cute.
There's all sorts of tunnels and chambers the guys can move between.
Didn't they fight a rock monster in, like, Volume 4 or something?
Yep.
Volume 4, yeah.
Volume floor.
Volume 4. My favorite volume.
Oh.
No.
General Ironwood
Oh, there goes the hair.
says you've seen
It vibrates now. Yay.
She just got a new cape. I thought the cape had sentimental value.
What is that?
This is like Applejack's hat all over again, where she just opens the hats and bows closet.
Alright, here we go.
Let's make it happen, people.
Yay.
I like Yang. I think Yang and Ruby look the coolest.
They all do. I like them all.
Really?
I hate the onesie. Ruby's the best.
And she's not wearing the aviator shades
Oh, they're
anymore.
practicing their thing. It's from Season 1.
Yeah, actually,
Remember?
it's season 3 too. She uses that in season 3 as
When
well.
they got when they got like catapulted.
into the
The
Yes.
landing technique.
Look at this.
Oh, it has a yellow strip. I just realized that. Oh,
That's
You just
it.
noticed that?
yeah. The idea
I mean, sure.
meant like,
Haha.
we welded it
Nice.
back together, guys.
Nice.
yeah. That's
It
the
probably
upgrade.
was done with dust, so it's
We didn't give you
harder.
a strictly better weapon.
I just want one of them to face plant.
Nice. Nice.
Okay,
Alright.
I like his weapon. A boomerang,
cool.
like shotgun
He
thing. That's
comes
cool.
from a land down under. Oh god, Jaune. Nora looks cute.
Is this? Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I didn't realize a shield attached to it. Is that new?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I might be
Oh
wrong.
yeah, that's
oh,
new.
Hey,
Oh hey,
That's
he's
not
got
how
a
physics
Hey.
angle
works, but
lighter.
okay.
strictly better.
That's
All right.
cool. That's cool. Nice.
Yeah, trading up that family heirloom for
Nora's
actually
face!
effective.
Nora's face. Yeah, that as a reaction emote.
Oh, Crow's clothes look dapper.
Look at that. I like it.
Yeah.
That's some big dad energy.
Ears open.
Oh.
I want an update.
A half scroll. Interesting.
She pressed Yang twice.
Interesting. I like the new scroll.
Sorry, just not used to the new hair yet. Is it?
Sorry, bumblebees. I'm a bumblebee. Don't kill a duck.
You just said the word. Bleep that out too, I suppose. Anyway.
Sorry.
SDC.
They winked.
That's been good in this episode so far. All right. All right.
The blush, though.
And,
The
and I'll tell you,
blush.
I do like Blake's new haircut. I at least like that.
Oh, it's just the bye cut.
You don't feel as bad about leaving Oscar behind.
Okay, yeah. Nobody feels bad about that, Blake.
The General's heart seems to be in the right place, but that doesn't mean we should trust him yet.
Well,
How did Oscar feel about that?
Oh, he felt many things.
Probably shouldn't keep running around with.
oh
the
yeah,
General
thanks.
from-
Give it to Ozpin, right?
On a keychain.
They go back.
I'm.
They go back to the tower. Oscar and Ozpin are gone.
Right?
I know. I'm back on my. I think Ozpin is just faking being Oscar.
Yeah, me too.
I just found working alone tends to be for the best. Well, I think that's a shame.
Why are they giving Crow the backstory?
Oh,
Bad luck.
Alpha here.
Oh, hey, yeah,
sorry.
this is where that in South Pole came from. Okay, now that makes sense. I was wondering who
I
that
ship
was.
it. I ship it. I ship it. I ship it.
Yeah. My semblance is bad luck. My semblance is
Double rainbow.
We should probably stay focused on the mission.
Aw. What? Ren, what?
Oh my god, why can't you just take the freaking compliment?
dude.
Oh,
Dude, okay.
you!
Ren's semblance is
No!
too. All right.
No.
You!
No.
If that
Bumblebee's
was
not
like a
after 3 years, you haven't given any devotion to Lai and Nora, and you
What the hell?
you.
I think
if they did that just to like rip on Jaune in that like little gag, I'm gonna be so pissed.
I don't think so.
Ren's just off.
Well, no, it's like
like,
Ren's always
nah.
been kind of based off Sasuke, and if any of you guys have watched Boruto, you know, even adult Sasuke is like the most closed
Well, Ren's technically based on Mulan, so.
They benefit from doing nothing to help us, but there are still those who actively abuse us.
Thanks.
I didn't come over here looking to solve systemic societal issues. Harriet found a gap in the rubble we think one of you could fit through.
But the writers are, apparently.
People are racist, especially you, Weiss. But I'm not here to talk about that.
All right, Blake. Take a look around.
Don't you know you should never split the party?
No dust, though.
Hey, it's looking like that one level of Grim Eclipse.
Okay.
Which level?
Heading
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh.
Sorry.
Jump.
Sorry.
Oh, she is like a
Oh
mech.
my God.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Dope. Epic jump scare right there.
I can spin! Yay!
It spins.
Beyblades, let her rip.
I could spin. Mine vibrates.
Don't you know it has
breathes
DR
clean.
for blood? It has DR slashing. DR slashing.
That's disgusting.
What? It's a bug. That's not disgusting. It's a buggy bug.
But
Yeah,
I don't think anything else bleeds
You
like
got
that.
so defensive.
Yang is just trying to take the attention away from her outfit.
Oh,
Oh, she is
she has
like
land.
Hey.
She can plant mines. That's cool.
Nice.
she. Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
flips the other
Couldn't
way.
it
already do
It
that?
flips
No,
the
it
other
couldn't.
way.
It couldn't swivel on its head like that.
Oh,
That's a new change.
Instead of turning her wrist, she now has to push a button.
that's so cool.
Well, actually, when you
That's
look
a
at
heavy-
it momentum-wise, it could really help.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Could he just punch it?
He can just. He can like control creatures.
He
That's
can
cool.
he can cast slow.
You could stop time?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool.
Oh, I remember this level of Jack 2.
Gooey feet.
Okay. All right.
Okay, those things actually serve a purpose now,
Yeah,
which is nice.
that's awesome.
Cool.
Oh, I like the backstab.
Yeah. See, that's what I thought her weapon could always do.
Kind of our style.
Did they all sigh at Jaune?
Yeah, there's the joke I saw earlier. My name is Haruke, and I'm the fastest woman alive.
Her bio arms make Yang look like a joke.
Yeah.
Whee!
All squads, head towards our position.
Oh my god,
missing-
it's a fishing rod! Yes!
It's a fishing
That's
rod.
amazing.
I love how half-assed their attacks were there. That was great.
Well, I mean,
We got-
have you
we
ever
got
tried shooting a ghost
Straight up
before?
Isabella in here.
It's like gone. Hunter x Hunter.
Darn it.
Target escaped. Last seen headed east.
Darn it.
That's south. It's going down.
My semblance brings misfortune.
Oh god, they are gonna do this.
Control.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Wait, you can control it? How do you control it?
Well, I mean... Why'd
My
you
semblance
do that?
is good fortune.
Oh.
You, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, guys. Oh,
Wow, his semblance is...
I love it. Oh my god, double ship now.
What universe? I love how there are just objectively shitty semblances then.
Yeah.
It's hot.
And vaporize us. How is that always?
That's what I want. I want more of that stuff, where it's like cool little animation stuff in the background.
Yeah. So you know who's
Oh,
talking.
it's like Legend of Zelda.
Because let's face it,
Guys,
we don't.
we entered the boss chamber.
That was like straight out of Legend
Where's
of
the-
Zelda. You know, the spider
Yeah,
on
we
the
got-
ceiling.
We need the health bar.
Yeah.
Where's the health bar?
We get Lightning to edit one in.
Long man.
What is it that Zenyatta says?
Tranquility. or
Embrace
something like that.
reality, or something like that.
What? Why'd he...
Oh, wow,
why
he's...
is he touching feet, man?
So let me see. His power is... what's it? Hose pipe. Isn't that it? Or
Rubber band.
rubber hose. Rubber
Rubber
hose. style.
hose. Yeah.
That's it.
Stretch Armstrong.
So she's just fast as frick, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna stand here doing nothing. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what else are they gonna do? Jeez. You guys keep it's a good thing they're not all charged,
Oh, I see. His symbol is a clover.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking,
that's also his name.
I didn't realize that was his name. I didn't hear that.
Reminds me of the X-Men world, where some people just have objectively bad powers.
You guys are we are talking a lot, so there's a lot that I'm missing here.
What's a fight scene?
Well, I mean, no. I mean, like, in general.
He sure is floating.
So he can control it.
Oh no, he's pulling off the mask. Like,
let's see who this ghost haunting the mine really is.
It was Old Man Schnee.
It's a good thing only like 4 or 5 of these falling particles are charged, right?
Cool. Oh.
Gotcha.
Nice.
She is faster. Haha. Because she's the main character.
I've seen other speed semblances before. That was different. I think there's more going on than you think.
She's seen other speed semblances before. Exactly.
So maybe they're trying to play into that teleportation thing?
Oh, from the DC Comics?
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
That's cute.
I don't like that his semblance is good luck.
I don't like it either.
But
again, I didn't like Crow's bad luck semblance either.
I don't know.
Like, the more I thought about it,
I like the idea of Crow's semblance. Like, especially if he could give it to someone else.
Oh, hey, it's the drunk...
Oh no, it was the guy in the truck.
Alright,
Hey, kid,
he's dead.
wanna buy some racism?
Oh, what the fuck is up with
number
these
2.
scary
Wanna
things?
buy some racism. Nice.
Oh no! Wait, no, I'm not.
Are they here to,
Oh, wow, that went by fast.
Ray swore.
Wow.
All right.
Are they here to kill off people who want to rile up the politicians?
Alex Abram, has he been on before? Is he the one that does the incidental music?
I
don't recognize Alex Abram.
Yeah, he did the score for the last
The concept
3.
art even says
Okay.
doggo tail.
That's cool though. That's cute.
Professionalism
No,
at its
It's
finest.
always said stuff like that. It has.
Doggo tail.
All right, well, that was... okay, let's...
I loved it.
That was good, but that was mostly, as I saw it, a hey, let's show off. It's a show off.
Yeah, let's really... You know what? They shouldn't have had that scene last episode where they just stood in the room talking about who they are. They should have just sent us on this mission with the Aesop crew. And this is how we learn about them.
I agree.
Yeah.
That would have been way better. It's like, maybe instead...
he has ears.
Maybe instead we got, a brief visit by, like, CL instead.
We didn't get into much of a CL as we wanted to this volume.
It would have been nice to visit some old friends that we haven't seen in a long while, instead of these new guys that we don't really have much investment in yet. And then we get to see these new guys kick some total ass, and you're like, yeah! And then you realize, hey, he has a good luck semblance, and that's kind of lame.
Shut up! No, it's not. It's awesome. Besides, Crow finally found his love is his life.
I
okay,
think it's kind of lame. I know.
Ninja.
I will level with you that is funny, and I'm talking from a true practical, like when you're talking from a writing standpoint, a good luck semblance. Like, it goes back to the Pixar principle. We were just talking about it last time. A coincidence puts your character at a disadvantage is good.
Well, yeah.
Or at least typically it is better than a coincidence that puts
Crow
them at an
has the
advantage.
right to be happy.
No, he doesn't. He's biologically predisposed.
He has the right. I didn't say he was born
happy.
to be happy. I said he has the right. Okay.
Okay. I think the only reason why I kind of roll my eyes is that we have only just met this new person. And I'm like, who the hell are you to be flirting with this person who we've known for like 5 seasons?
You do know I'm memeing it up though, right? Like,
but
come on.
Dashi, I know that you are going to be one out of a million people who are going to be like, oh my god, they're totally showing amazing double rainbow, or they're totally shipped together. And it reminds me of all the people who shipped Sasuke and Naruto or Bakugo and Deku. It's just like...
I mean, yeah, if it happens, awesome. Hooray. But I'm not going to be like, oh my god, the left eye. The left eye means when it winks, oh my god, they're mean forever together. No, I'm not like that.
I just know that there will be so many people.
Only if it's Bumblebee, though.
I will point out here that anyone that looks into a normal anime, a mainstream anime looking for representation, anyone that goes in for that, unless the show is specifically about it, like say Yuri on Ice, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
Says Raymond.
Even the shows
Raymond.
Yes. Yeah, even the shows that are mainstream and flirt with the idea of rainbow, typically in their source material, are disappointing. Hibeki Euphonium, I'm looking at you.
You are a masochist, Raymond.
Be together, damn it.
You are a masochist.
They deserve each other.
The whole good luck, bad luck thing reminds me, I can't remember if it was a post or a comic. It was talking about that one scene in X-Men 3 where they had a cure for the mutant thing. And Storm was talking about, we don't need a cure because we're already perfect. And then next to her is Rogue, who can kill people with a touch.
Yeah, it's like they can cure us, says the girl that can girl that literally kills people when she touches them. No, baby, we're all perfect, says the woman who summons fluffy clouds.
Yeah, like... obviously, the rules of the universe are completely different, but man, I don't know how to feel about the good luck, bad luck thing.
I'm glad they left Oscar behind, because...
True love. Yeah, speaking of that, you really think that he's going to be running away with the relic, or was that just something?
No, I was kind of joking.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know, because we have no idea what the hell's going on in Oscar's head right now.
Yeah.
I also don't really care, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, from the second that Ironwood handed them back the relic, I'm like, it's gonna get stolen. And then from the second that Ruby handed it to Oscar, I'm like, it's gonna get stolen by Ozpin.
You were right in your little abridged, where it's just like, him handing it back to Ruby was technically the safest place he could put it. Because Atlas security is garbage. I mean, not only did they let, going back throughout the entirety of the series, not only did Atlas security allow this rogue ship stolen, quote unquote, from one of their outposts and just kind of misplaced, get through their defenses without being shot down. Not only did that happen, but they were the ones responsible for security in Volume 3. And then even before that, they had their mech stolen back in Volume 2.
Yeah, I know. Atlas is terrible.
Atlas is garbage at this whole security thing.
So, you've heard the theory that one of the Aesops is a mole for Watts, because when Watts sees the screenshot of the Aesops, he smiles. And that's totally not just Watts being a prick in the intro.
No, I could see that. I don't think it's going to be that necessarily. Like, my theory on that is that the Aesops are already all in league with Watts, or he's going to find a way to manipulate them against Team RWBY.
If one of them's evil, I really hope it's the luck guy, because he doesn't really have many character traits / characteristics.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty obvious.
He reminds me of Flash Sentry, where he just kind of shown up, boom, now we have a new person.
Chad McBiceps. Yes.
But the thing is, I like the idea of all of them being evil in some way. Like, I think the idea here would be to give Team RWBY a sort of like an actual like mountain to surmount.
I don't think the dog person's evil. He's too pure.
He's a good boy.
Pretty much.
His tail would give him away.
The dog person is too much of a good boy.
Yeah, his tail does give him away. You're right.
Well, that's how they get you, though. That's how they get you.
I'd like to see.
He might be one of them. They're pit bulls. I'm okay. Don't hurt dogs. It's typically the owners, guys. Typically.
Well, I think it'd be pretty interesting if like half of them were evil. Like, in Atlantis, the animated version of
not
Atlantis.
Everyone was on board with it.
Not everyone was on board with it. They just kind of went along with it for the money, and then some people stayed, and others went away.
Yeah,
I'd like to see something like that, maybe, because I can definitely see the dog person and the super strong chick who was super excited to meet everyone. I bet they're cool.
They could be.
But,
did she have like a weird accent in this episode, but not in the last episode?
This is my favorite part.
I don't know. Like, it sounded like maybe she's like Australian trying to do an American accent. Who's the actress? Do we know her name?
Like, I don't even know what her character's name is to look it up in the credits.
That's true. I actually know none of these people's names. Actually, no, I know Clover.
Well, we know Clover, we know Hare.
It's Harriet.
Well, they call her Hare.
They call her Harriet.
Yeah.
They literally said, Harriet!
Let's see.
And Marrow is the dog boy because, Marrow, bones.
It's Vine and Elm. Elm is her name. Dawn M. Bennett.
You know that was good, Fat Man. Come on.
Elm and Vine.
So you've got Martian Manhunter, whose superpower is to become...
Oh, okay. She's Texan trying to do a Midwestern accent.
She shouldn't be trying to do that.
Oh, wow. She has a lot of credits. Oh, guess who she was, Dashi?
Uh-oh.
The legendary Tay Yamada!
Nuh-uh. Legendary. Legendary.
Legendary Tay Yamada.
Oh, yes.
Who else
she
was
just
she?
grunted and stuff. I mean, she was awesome in it, but she just grunted.
Oh. What else? Wow, she is... I mean, holy crap. She is a lot of voices. Wow. Let's see. Keijo, she was in Keijo.
That's the butt anime, right?
The boob and butt
Butt
anime.
and boob. Yep.
Yeah.
The
Truly a modern masterpiece of our time.
Full Metal
The
Panic.
anime that bonded us together, Fat Man. Remember, that was like the first anime we saw together.
Oh yeah,
That's when you loved me forever.
That was really early on.
She was Juvia? Who's Juvia? She was Juvia for 3 episodes in Fairy Tail. Weird. All of her roles here have like additional voices. I'm trying to find the named ones.
Additional voices.
While you're doing that, I like my spotlight. Okay. Let me say this, and then you can make fun of me. But that Bumblebee moment, though. Okay. I am memeing it up. I understand. I'm not going to do the left eye wink thing here, but there's going to be... I think if anything, I think that's going to be the spoiler RWBY or whatever, because of the blush. Maybe. That's my
I mean...
prediction. But that was cool, because she was being all cute about it, and...
I mean, am I an idiot, or are there still people who don't think that they're a thing?
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, that's true. Like, how can people get through?
I just noticed.
How could people get through last season where they fight holding hands against Adam and be like, "Oh yeah, they're just friends"? Am I daft in that one, or am I just? I don't know.
No, it's ridiculous.
Are people still? It seems a little.
I can go both ways, but I lean more towards.
I'm more than happy with enjoying it. It's pretty cool. Yeah. But I'm not like, oh my god, they're double rainbow. Yeah, we know.
I knew from
we've known since 4 seasons. Well, the only thing they haven't done is fricked.
I'm glad they're at least giving us character dynamic with them. That's
more chemistry moments. That's great.
Blessed character dynamics. Why is it so rare in this show? Or at least it feels rare in this show. The ones that aren't completely vapid, characters showing attraction to one another is honestly cute. I got that. But let's fast forward to the character interaction that pissed me off. What was with I gotta listen to that Ren scene on its own.
I think it was fine.
See,
that's gonna be my controversial opinion. I thought that fits Ren's character exactly.
All right,
I get what you're saying with the whole Sasuke thing, but Ren was nicer. I mean, I'm just starting to get into Naruto. Maybe I shouldn't say anything here, but I will, because Ren was just nicer from what I've seen, and he could have been like, "Thanks," and walked away or something. But I don't know. He was just like, "Shut up."
Yeah, it's like he's not into it
at all, and
because it's they had that whole memoment in season 4, and it's and they're all lovey-dovey.
He said we should probably just focus more on the mission right now.
Let's address this. Do you think that while they were at Haven that it wasn't that good? Do you think that they're just incompatible and the plot twist?
I love how we're throwing the swears out the window now.
I edited them out.
The plot twist is it's Ren who's not into it.
I was just about to say, he's the crazy one.
No, I just think it's Ren recognizes this is a life and death mission, and Nora needs to keep her head straight.
There's just better ways to say it. Better ways to say it.
Well, help her keep it straight. Don't let her mind wander to other girls.
Well, yeah, that's literally what he said was, hey, we should probably focus on the mission. Like, an actual human being would. As opposed to the... I mean, I tell you what, it contradicts the reason why it's so noticeable, I bet, is because the last scene where you had the Bumblebee thing was completely anime. Like, you had Yang doing the very choppy animation because she was nervous and stuff like that. Like, super kawaii,
one-frame poses.
blush, everything. And then you have this, which is a far more realistic situation. It's like, hey, we should probably just focus on this right now.
Yeah, okay, so that's probably fair, but there's also the issue that they lingered on it. Like, they're implying this is going to be a longer-running thing throughout the volume. The idea is that, like, Nora does not seem satisfied with this, and it's like, so is this... And it also is, like, the first time we've seen them, like, significantly interact just with each other.
Since Volume 4.
Since Volume 4, when they held hands, implying they were now kind of together. So it's like... Like, your first thing... The third stone you're throwing to us is one that hits us in the head. Like...
Well...
Like, I don't know what that's about. Like he could have said it when you're in a romantic relationship with someone, saying something nicer.
But that's not...
And I'm hoping that this is what this ultimately winds up, is that Ren doesn't know how to communicate, and, like, it's not that he's uninterested or anything. You're right, that I think he was just trying to focus on the mission, and he just worded it too bluntly. Mm-hmm. I think he would have been like... Yeah,
it was just the way it was said, that's all.
That's... I thought that was pretty... Yeah, obviously, you can't communicate that well since, like, the entire show. You didn't speak much.
But my problem is they've known each other for a decade. Like, Nora would understand the way he communicates, even if it's not typical.
They know each other well enough to know that Nora likes that little thing he does with his pinky finger.
Oh, Jesus. It's more so, like... I mean, relationships change things, obviously. Like, you can be best friends with someone for a long time, and then you enter a relationship, and suddenly the dynamic's different, the way you treat people are different. Nora obviously wants something more from Ren. Yeah. Jesus, I'm talking like it's... Harvey... God, no. Dr. Phil, that's it. Obviously, Nora wants something more, but oh god, I lost my train of thought.
Hey, we just pull up Klein. All right, so yeah. Go and tell me your feelings, I lovelies. Dr. Klein here.
But yeah, with that sort of dynamic change, I think that it's really cool that their relationship isn't perfect, because it makes it more interesting than...
Well, no,
I'm going to say it. It makes it more interesting than Bumblebee. Because Bumblebee, it's like, yeah, they're cool.
Well, Bumblebee, the way I'm seeing this right now, dynamic-wise, is Bumblebee, they're not even, like, official yet. They're still kind of dancing around it. Like, they held hands, they had this strong emotional moment, and they're kind of at that pinnacle where it's gonna tip over and they're gonna, like, officiate the relationship.
They've acknowledged that it's a thing, yeah.
They acknowledge there's an attraction there, and, like, it's a matter of what to do with that going forward. And that's what Bumblebee is currently at. When it comes to Ren, I see this as I think you're right in that it is just mostly a bump in the road for their relationship, but it feels like whiplash coming off that Bumblebee scene. And I think that it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It would help if in prior volumes, the last two, we gotten anything to do with the two of them being romantically together. And this feels...
Yeah, they were alone in a house. They had nothing to do in that house for, over a month? Over 2 months?
It was a cutaway...
What was the timeline of Volume 5? You're telling me that they did not even, talk about any of the Volume 4 stuff in Volume 5, where they canonically had absolutely nothing to do.
All they would have needed to do is have a cutaway gag to, I don't know, Ruby, asking... Hey, where's Nora and Ren? And it's like, and you probably don't want to know. And it cuts away to him hey, Ren, I got the laundry's up, opens the door, and you just see Nora throw her boot, Nora's boot comes out and hits him on the head. Get out, get out, get out, get out! Just that quick cutaway gag would have been all we needed.
Yeah, that would be very anime.
Yeah. That would have been very anime, and it would have worked just fine. And and something would have happened in Volume 5.
I'd be pro and cons on that. I don't know.
I mean, that would have been the best moment of Volume 5, but it would have made this even weirder.
That's true. I kind of like this. It does leave a sour taste, but it's something. It's something. It's a little more. Something's going on there more than just what was the drama last season? Was it like that Yang felt betrayed by Blake for running away again, and then they just kind of talked it out once, and then they're now fine?
No, it was that Blake was assuming Yang felt betrayed, or something. It was like, it was Blake making assumptions, and Yang just trying to get over it.
Weiss did all the legwork on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of happy for that as well, because friends can, help out with these kind of things. And I feel like that's what Jaune's... I feel like that's what Jaune's gonna do, because Jaune's in the shot trying to compliment Nora. Like, hey, I thought your outfit was cool.
Yeah, no, I feel like it was all for that joke. I don't feel like they're trying to, say anything about Ren and Nora's relationship. I just feel like they wanted to make a joke about, Jaune getting,
That felt very Naruto. That was like, oh, Sasuke, blah, 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 blah. And then Naruto coming up and like, Sakura, blah. Shut up, Naruto.
Yeah.
God, is every relationship in this show just Sasuke and Naruto?
Well,
and
okay, the only reason I brought it up is because that's what Ren reminded me of. It reminded me of adult Sasuke and the way that he is really emotionally detached from both his wife and his child. But he will die for them instantly, he just doesn't really know how to say it. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting off Ren. And I know it's lol, everyone is like Sasuke, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
going back a couple sentences. Fatman, so you are agreeing that Weiss is the beekeeper, correct? Meaning that she pushes them together and all that stuff. I don't know. I just heard beekeeper somewhere where Weiss keeps talking them together.
I mean, of all of them...
No, I mean, she tried to, there was that scene in episode 8 of Volume 5 where Weiss and Yang had that,
yeah, which is really good.
Where it's just look, everybody deals with their own drama in their own way.
I just wanted to say beekeeper.
And it doesn't mean Blake hates you. And it was like a good old scene where it snapped Yang out of being
which was good.
Dramatic. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it because she was come Blake, and then Weiss was like, shut up, and she was like, yeah, you're right.
You right, fam. You're right. Again, I just wanted to say beekeeper. That's all. Thanks. I'm done.
So let's go over some of let's move on to the combat stuff, because I like the combat, but it didn't really have much going for it other than just to show off everyone's new.
So I have a question about the dust. If it hit the floor, would it explode? Is that what was happening?
I guess that's implied.
Okay. All right.
This room is highly active with dust energy. Triggering it could ruin the launch site.
Yeah, I think that was the gimmick. It doesn't make sense why only the ones they could catch were charged up, but whatever.
Or why if the entire room was charged with dust energy, why didn't no other impact cause that dust to go up and
because the big dust crystal just fell straight down and nobody cared, but those purple ones, it was catch the purple ones.
Something that I did want to talk about. Not about the combat, just something we kind of glossed over, because in the moment we were too busy arguing about how Ren-Nora scene went. That was the conversation afterwards between Weiss, Blake, and the dog guy. What's his name? Marrow?
Marrow.
They actually did say pretty decent stuff on racism in that scene. It was something along the lines of Weiss apologizing for being, complacent in a lot of it.
Yeah, I heard that.
And
I apologize for being white.
Volume 1 Weiss sure was a...
Yeah. And then the dog guy sort of explains how the society is built for faunus to be at the bottom, and humans participate in it by just ignoring it. And that is something that does happen in real life. That is, fair play. That's not completely over. It was kind of on the nose, but then he followed it up with this, I'm not here to solve society's problems, just make you aware of it. And that's kind of the exact tone of RWBY, I think, is that we want to benefit from, appearing like we give a but, we don't really have an answer for you. We're not going to explore it. We're just going to show that it's there and then move on. Say it's rap. Say it's bad.
I enjoyed how Weiss was apologizing for her family as well as herself at the end of that scene. That was pretty nice. But I don't know. I would have appreciated a little bit more if like Marrow gave her like the stink eye for like a minute until she saw how she protected Blake or something. I don't know.
I feel like he's been in it for too long. Like, I mean, because he lives in Atlas, right?
Yeah.
Like, there would be a lot of stuff that they could have done in this episode that would have, like, I mean, yeah, like the Ren and Nora scene. It's like, the reason that I have such a problem with that is because they had volume 5 and 6 where, like, nothing happened between them, and now they're suddenly, like the writers remembered. And now they exist again. And if Marrow had been like, then I would have had that same kind of problem. Like, okay, but what was, like, how old is he? What was he doing for the entire time that he's been alive up to this point? Like,
you're right.
He's come to grips with it. He's
exactly.
like,
yeah, you're right.
one of the top 5 Ironwood boys.
Yeah.
Like,
he's over it, and he's just like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
My favorite, the best possible version of this, if you guys have seen Full Metal Alchemist, is Miles, the Ishvalan, who is part of, I forget the name's character. It's Armstrong, General Armstrong. You guys have seen Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I've seen the Netflix adaptation.
Oh god,
which
right.
means
you
no.
haven't seen the actual show.
Means no.
So yeah, you should probably do that, Fat Man. It's an amazing
yes,
goddamn anime.
Should. It really is.
But yeah, this kind
versions.
of whole setup kind of reminds me of Miles. The fact that there is a high-ranking minority whose people has been completely abused, yet he is in the system not only to better himself, but
and
in order
Fat Man
to
Miles
change
is the
it.
name of the character in Full Metal, not Miles Luna. Okay?
I get that.
Yeah. But the reason why that works better is because he directly says, "Yeah, this sucks ass, but I'm here to change it from the inside."
Yeah, it makes absolute sense now.
And that exact same idea and philosophy is the same with General Armstrong. It was like, yeah, you know what it's like to be crapped on by society and to have your people brutally murdered. We need someone like you, so we're not just biased human whitehead, ass.
Nice.
And I feel like that's kind of what they're trying to go for. But I get, it kind of goes without saying that he's obviously doing well for himself.
Yeah,
as like a huntsman.
He's got he has all the good doggo grooming products.
Do you like his weapon?
I think he's my favorite weapon. I like the boomerang.
The boomerang.
I'm upset that he doesn't chase it when he throws it. I'm just saying. All right.
That would have been a bit too much.
I know. I'm kidding.
It's not a stick.
It's a boomerang. It comes back to him. He probably had, like, a normal thing to throw, and then he chased it too much. So then Pietro made him the boomerang, so it comes back to him, and he's like, this is amazing!
It's like a car I don't have to chase!
I'm being racist now.
But, okay, so the other upgrades, Yang can now plant mines, or, like, little explosives on people. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
It's
Yang's was the thing that kind of annoys. Well, not annoys, I suppose, but like Yang's whole semblance is built around storing up power, right? How does that translate with a mine?
I don't think that's.
It doesn't.
Intent.
It's just a weapon.
It's an additional weapon. That's all it really is.
Okay, it's strange because it feels almost like a downgrade to a regular shotgun.
But she still has those.
Well, that's but why? I don't know, just why, I suppose. What solution does that solve?
Well, you punch them so she can transfer all that energy that she stored up and do the normal punching thing. Shoot.
Which normally kills people.
But if it doesn't, you're shooting, and if that doesn't kill people, you also got a mine. That double... Like, she has triple contingency on this, man. Triple contingency. But she makes sure they're dead.
Wouldn't the force just come out either way? I mean, her gloves didn't get any physically bigger, so all of the mines are just taking up space that other ammunition could take up.
Dude, okay.
I mean, it's strange because
RWBY has never cared about storage capacity.
I mean, I wasn't giving a crap about ammo.
I suppose.
How often does anyone reload in this show?
That's a great question.
I mean, usually once at the beginning of a fight.
Yeah.
They usually make a big show of it.
Oh, that's not even reloading. Typically, that's just like cocking the bolt, which actually wastes ammunition.
And then they all come out. It's like, okay, I got to pick these up, guys. I was just trying to be intimidating.
Like, I do love that when like when people try to like cock the shotgun to be like really intimidating, when like they already have a round chamber, they haven't fired, so they cock the shotgun and a shell just goes flying. You just wasted a shell. It's on the ground now. What are you gonna do with that?
Speaking of weapons, Rick Sarts wants to know specifically what we think about specifically Weiss and Ruby's weapon upgrade.
What changed with Weiss' weapon?
Yeah, what changed with Weiss's weapon?
I mean, I think that Ruby's weapon is just impractical. Like, the thing that it just swaps sides, like, all she would have to do is rotate it,
wrist.
and it does the exact same thing. That's the most, like, I guess, convenient for Ruby? Plus, I could have sworn, like, in the Red trailer, you see it sort of extend out and swap over to the other side when she does like the cycling move.
It doesn't swap side. It does stand up. Like it goes into
it
war
flattens
scythe.
out. It turns into a halberd instead of a scythe, which is more effective than
technically
a scythe.
speaking. It becomes a war scythe. It does not become a halberd because that's how
being,
war scythes were designed.
The same thing is accomplished just by rotating it around.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have done more with Ruby's weapon.
They might have more. They might have more that she hasn't used.
Maybe,
yet.
Yeah, that's true. They haven't like explicitly said, yeah, this is all of the stuff. Jaune's shield now reflects kinetic energy. That's kind of cool.
And floats. Don't forget about that.
And defies gravity somehow.
The doggo can slow time. That's a cool semblance. I like that semblance.
Yeah.
He can like freeze one person, which is cool.
He's freeze two at once.
And I don't know if they implied it, but it would be interesting to see if it works better on creatures than humans.
Probably. I mean, creatures don't have aura.
Because it seemed like he was just telling an animal to stop. Mm-hmm. That's what he did. He was like, stay. Like he would say to a dog.
So he's Caesar Milan?
He's what?
He's Caesar Milan.
From
he's the Grim Whisperer.
Oh God!
Like from the Dog Whisperer.
You act like I watch these shows.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I get it, Fatman. I'm with you.
Oh God! No, the appropriate response is "Okay, Boomer."
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a middle-aged white woman show.
So
I mean, it is on HGTV, so or maybe it's on the Discovery Channel. I don't know.
I think it's on Discovery too.
I don't know. I don't like Good Luck Guy. He doesn't have he's kind of a Mary Sue.
When they cut to the Geist fight and just Crow just limply shooting at it, like his gun has no kick and like his position, he is not positioned to actually take any kind of recoil. It looks so limp.
It feels kind of lame.
I thought you meant that jump scare. I was like, what? I was like, what the hell? I don't think I've reacted like that in a while.
Well, the thing is, the sound was off, so it's like I didn't get like the proper sound scare.
Oh no, I was like, boom.
Something that they're trying to push for is that semblances can be very, very similar.
Yeah. Speed.
Well, that's
because that's not been a thing before, right? We've never had two people with like the same semblance.
In the RTX panel, they said
there can be duplicates. Yes, like there can be multiple types of speed semblances, or like another person can maybe do telekinesis,
and then everybody has a unique semblance.
Yes,
and you will learn more about
being
that.
the keyword there.
Unique being the keyword. Yes.
As we continue to try to retroactively like make sure the rules of the world are defined.
The power associated with a wielder's semblance is completely unique.
I'm so mad at us.
Me too.
Because we learned how to do a better job of explaining what it was, and then people think that we're trying to retcon things.
We Shnees are unique. Unlike many, our semblance is hereditary.
And in reality, we just did a really bad job of explaining in the first place.
They explained semblances very poorly.
When they explained it very clearly?
When they said unique, that was a very poor explanation of meaning that semblances can be exactly the same.
Yeah, they wanted JoJo, where you can have similar type stands, or My Hero Academia, where you can have quirks that are pretty much the same, just flavored differently. I don't get what Rabbit's thing was when she said, hey, yours is not a speed quirk at all, it's something completely different. I'm like, what? No, it's just kind of a speed quirk. More it makes her intangible, but that's just like a reflavoring of a speed quirk, which is what everything should be. It should be like, there are no two identical speedster quirks, that they should work differently in some way. Because that's what unique means, Rooster Teeth. But yeah, I'd still... if I was writing the show, I'd say, yeah, Ruby has a speed quirk, but like everyone else, it's flavored differently.
Yeah, I mean that was my rules.
Or just, not say that semblances were unique in the first place, and just say that, people can have the same powers.
Well, I mean, they defined that with like the Schnee family, because the Schnee family have had summoning as like their hereditary semblance.
I will say they really nailed the best part of the Flash with Hair's semblance.
Hair was cool.
That is one of the best parts of watching the Flash, especially in the later seasons now, is just watching the world go in slow motion as they run around at these incredible speeds.
I don't think it was even slow motion. I just think that he froze that creature and everyone else can move at regular speed.
Oh, did he? Oh, maybe.
So out of the Aesops, what's best weapon?
Best weapon? It's a tie for me between Boomerang and Biomech Arms.
I gotta go with Biomech Arms. I'm always up for like something like that.
I like those, but they make me feel that those feel like an upgrade that everybody should just have.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, give those to Nora.
That doesn't feel like a unique weapon. That just feels like, it's like an augmentation.
Yeah.
It's like, why doesn't everybody have those? Like, I don't feel like that with anybody else's weapon.
It feels like it should be like everyone should be running around in, Mjolnir Mark 6 armor or something like that. Like, if that exists.
Britt, I thought you were going to say a fishing pole because you got so happy with that.
I mean, okay.
That's a cool meme weapon.
I'm a JoJo nerd, and in JoJo Part 5, there's a guy who wields a fishing pole, and it's like the most terrifying weapon of all time. So, my JoJo fan inside him is like, oh my god, it's Beach Boy! But then he used it, and it's kinda... I don't know, I mean, it's a fishing pole. I don't know what I was expecting. The JoJo one, the thing that makes the JoJo fishing pole cool is that it can go through things like it's intangible. So it could fish your heart and begin tugging your arteries out of you. I don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, it was gruesome. It could, like, fish your eye out.
Damn. Well, to be fair, fishing poles can do that too.
All I'm saying is that Clover's weapon...
Regular fishing poles can fish your eye out. It's hard, but it's not. Yeah. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible. Clover's weapon is pretty much the exact same functionality of Blake's weapon,
I suppose.
See, let's see. That celebratory scene is the scene where RWBY realizes she loves the big buff woman. The fighting was good. The fighting was enjoyable.
Fighting was good.
Yeah.
Worst weapon goes to Blake, still.
Yeah.
So lame.
Still.
Fishing pole is still better than Blake.
It has a yellow stripe now, guys. Let's not,
Yeah, I upgraded your weapon.
Give Blake a weapon that feels like it has kick to it, like a revolver.
Or, Adam's sword. You could have given her Adam's sword. It would have been so, like, poetic. You like poetry? It rhymes? Actually, I realized we just got the wedding photos back for my best friend and my other best friend who got married. And we realized that her father looks eerily like George Lucas. And so actually during the wedding, he leaned up and whispered in the groom's ear, and like, he didn't remember what he said, but I was like, he totally said, it's like poetry, it rhymes.
Well, that wasn't George Lucas who said that.
Wait, what?
So...
Wasn't it George Lucas that said?
No, that was the producer. That was Rick McCallum. You're not caught up on your red letter media lore.
Dr. Pepper says,
hate to be that guy, Fat Man, but it was George Lucas that said that.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
Great. Fantastic.
Just confirming that.
Do you think the Aesops might join Salem's faction?
I think at least Good Luck Guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's already in. There is no way. Like, the only way that I'll, like, accept Good Luck Guy as, like, a real character is what I already expect is that he's
Crow's boyfriend?
A mole for Salem.
What do you mean he's a real character? I think he's, like, the most bland dude possible.
Or if he, like, actually tries to Pro in the next episode. Where he's like, hey, good mission.
The one with the most character is easy, like, hair. Hair's pretty cool.
Yes.
She's, quick and quirky. The big strong one's super quirky. The chill guy's kind of keeps to himself, but that's the same as Ren. That's cool. Dog guy's pure, protect, wholesome. The only one who I think is going to be evil is the luck guy, because he has no, like, other character trait other than he's a positive guy, because his power is so stupid. It's like, yeah, of course he's going to be happy all the time. Literally everything goes his way.
He is the only guy that Crow... Crow is the only person that could counter.
That's why they should fight. Hell yeah, I'm really excited for that now.
Like, something is about to go in Clover's favor, and then suddenly it doesn't.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Like, that idea is like, suddenly just everything's negated.
Because Crow has had to compensate for his bad luck his entire life, and Clover has never had to, fight because he always just wins because of happenstance. And it's gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Because they introduced this concept that semblances can be exactly the same, and then they introduced this concept from Mercury's perspective where people can steal semblances.
Wait, what?
And when I unlocked my semblance, he stole it with his.
Yeah, Mercury's dad had the semblance of stealing other semblances.
Oh.
And since semblances can copy, they can introduce another character with that same semblance because they've established it already. But I think that's what's going to happen. I think that, like, Crow and this guy are going to get their semblances stolen. Like, if it's like an area of effect thing where it's just like, I'm either a bad guy and I'm trying to steal Crow's semblance, or I'm a good guy and I'm trying to steal Clover's semblance, except it's like area of effect, so they both get got. And then they're just two normal people having like a regular old fist fight.
Well, I mean, that's...
And I think that would be cool.
Raymond touched on something where it's like, yeah, everything kind of goes in this guy's favor, so he's actually not that good of a fighter. So if Crow and him did have a fight...
Fat Man just said. So,
is that what Fat Man said? Might be. Like, yeah, I was just touching on that because I think that's a really interesting concept. I think the better way to do this would have been have Crow not mention his semblance at all, and just have the guy mention, like, oh yeah, my semblance is good luck, so everything just kind of goes in my way, and he finds the way, right? And then just have Crow do the stare at him, like he did. But he said that without the context of, well, my semblance is this. Isn't that weird how we have kind of the same semblance?
That was such a weird scene.
Like, if it was just a coincidence, it would work.
Yeah, that literally, that was like the only scene, aside from like, the Nora Ren one might be building to something, even though it's just frustrating because of the previous volumes. But I could see they might be building towards something in a better show. But the Crow and Clover scene seemed just off. Just off a little bit, and I don't know.
It's because he's new and he's boring. There is nothing interesting about this guy except the fact that his power is just not fair.
Yeah, agreed.
He's like, he almost seems like a self-insert for one of the writers who's like, yeah, I'm gonna make my guy, he's a super cool captain.
Eddie?
Ooh, who wrote this episode?
Yeah, he's the captain of the Aesops. He's cool and isn't afraid of anything.
Okay, but I was gonna say, we never really addressed it last time, but I apparently gotten written by Miles Luna and Kerry Shawcross. Okay, so I gotten some hot water with Eddie Rivas. That was weird, because apparently there's this guy named Disaster Artist on Twitter who has it out for me. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like he sent me these PM.
He sent Kiersey your stream.
He sent Kiersey my stream and then lied about the content of the stream. He said that I ranted and raved about Kiersey's book for 3 hours when it was literally us just going through the comments to her book and having a grand old time. Me and Tom.
Yeah, you were looking through the Goodreads.
And we ranted about a few things, but it was like, maybe like 15 minutes total ranting throughout the entire 3 hours stream.
But then Eddie comes in and he's like, don't link people in garbage.
It's like, Eddie, did you what?
They're not real people. Don't bother real people with the garbage of... like, it was like, oh God.
But then, yeah, and I tried to respond very calm, and I think he attacked. He didn't really attack me. He
kind of did.
Did he attack? I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
As far as this episode, though, Raymond, there's a couple more questions.
Yeah, fire off the questions.
Peter Flynn, my question is out of all likely Juniper. Oh, just who do you think is going to die this season, if anyone?
No one. Wait. Not of Juniper.
Who do I think is gonna die?
Sorry, Peter, I can't read.
Penny.
All of the Aesops.
Penny.
Penny.
I don't think Penny will die this volume. I think she'll die in like they'll keep her around for another volume at least.
I want it to be so funny that they just kill off Penny.
Yeah.
Yay, Penny's back! Penny's dead!
You killed Penny, you bastard!
Yeah, Penny, Kenny.
Can we just make that a running gag?
That's gonna be in every other episode. They're gonna kill her off in episode 3, and then it's like, guys, you forgot about backups.
Yeah, do that for the abridged version. That's great.
She's Mysterio, or she's Mysterion.
Yeah.
Well, and then, like...
you don't know what it's like to die over and over
like
again.
Okay, so we've run out of spare bodies, but we did have this toaster. So just for like an episode, Penny is just a toaster.
Bread already
and, like,
armor.
And she can't speak, but she can like pop toast with words on it, so that she has to communicate.
And then media says, do you think they had to drive by social commentary just to address it and be done with it, or are race relations going to keep being relevant? What is that?
Okay.
I don't see them stop playing with the idea. Like, I think they're still going to like bring it up from time to time, but
they've clearly established that they don't have an answer for it.
They don't have an answer. They don't have the motive.
They literally had a character go up and saying, "Hey, you know, this racism thing's really bad. But I'm not here to solve all the racism problems. I'm just here to do my mission."
We need to introduce the that Robin character with a guillotine semblance, just to destroy the bourgeoisie.
I appreciate this more so than the random drunk guy who just staggered out on the street and is like, "Yeah, you minorities, I hate them. They took our gerbs."
Okay, well, let's talk about him, actually. What do we think is going to happen to him? Because now he's being sold racism by
Was that the
Tyrion.
same guy? No, it wasn't the same guy.
That was the guy from who threw the brick at the cops.
You threw a brick at her ship.
Oh, okay. I was confusing the two. I thought it was Mr. Racism. I was like, "Hey, kid, want to buy some racism?"
I don't think it was Mr. Racism.
Yeah, no, you're right. It was the guy who was one of the Robins or whatever.
So no comments on Stretch Armstrong with the arms and the sticky foot?
I was going to talk about him as
He's so...
God, what's it called again?
I'm really glad I set up the "he's the boring one" joke in the abridged.
He really is.
Wibbly wobbly, inflatable arm, flailing flail man.
Why is it like? Because I love that kind of animation.
The rubber hose.
Yeah, rubber hose animation in a show that doesn't typically have it is a very nice and interesting way to convey a character. We were just talking about it last night with my friends, but like Spinell in the new Steven Universe movie,
yeah,
she moves like that, and I watched I watched that her introductory scene, and it's really good. Like, I don't even I hate Steven Universe. I actively hate that show, but that was really good.
On that note, the reason Spinell works is because all of her animations are like that old-time bouncy thing. And that leads me to think that they're not trying to do that here. He just has stretchy arms.
Yeah.
Like, they're not trying to make him rubber-hosed, or else he would look completely different from the show. They had completely different animation style. Works more in 2D than 3D.
Oh, yeah. Oh, rubber hose 3D. That'd be interesting to see. Like a 3D show built around a rubber hose?
It's been done before. I'm trying to remember where. I'll get back to you on that one. But yeah, I don't think he just stretches. He's like Mr. Fantastic. It's not like, he's trying to homage a style.
He can go through things, and he touches feet. It's so weird.
I don't think that was him. That's not his semblance.
We have this guy. We have the Elongated Man, we have Plastic Man, we have Miss Marvel, we have Mr. Fantastic. How many Stretch Armstrong characters do there need to be in fiction, guys? Why is this like the most
40.
go-to?
I don't know, it's cool.
I don't know, like stretching is like an easy thing to like think of.
It's like, my hands are useful, what if I had more of them, and just longer? So I don't think the feet planting thing was the dude. That's just her semblance. Like, she can plant herself on the ground.
It's the same effect.
Yeah, it's different color.
And every time it is.
That's the best answer I got for you. It's a different color.
See, what I think with hers is like she's like the sturdy one, so her entire thing is like just planting herself in place and just holding strong.
Yeah, she is the wall.
I guess it's got a little more green in it.
Going back to the question, I suppose, on the society.
We live in a society.
They kind of feel like we live in a society where it just mentions the fact that society sucks right now, with a lot of what's the word?
Blake is gonna dance down the Joker stairs.
All right, artist. You know what to do. We need Blake in Joker outfit.
Blissful ignorance in how the system kind of puts over certain races. It's glad to see that Weiss is recognizing the things that she did ignore because she was unaware of them. However, at some point, I would like Weiss. I would like someone to call out Weiss for being a schnee and be like, "Hey, don't try and blame me for this kind of stuff. You know, the sins of the father and the sins of the daughter are not the same."
Hey, look, my mistress is a faunus, all right? Wait.
Like, because that's quite a common thing in our society as well. It's that people are like, yeah, I don't agree with it, and I'll fight it where I see it, but don't just lump me in with the other guys just because I don't go to every single pro or anti-racism rally, you know? Like, there's a lot of generalization when it comes to, oh god, you know, straight white people are just racist, or at least privileged in the sense. But yeah, I'm not trying to defend any kind of racism whatsoever. I just say, like, it would feel much more realistic if Weiss is like, hey, yeah, I get it. We suck ass.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. Can you please stop grouping me in with these people?
I think it's a little...
I know my family has done some bad stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little different with Weiss than it would be for, like, you know, like any random straight white guy.
Yeah, I get it.
Because,
yeah, like, she obviously had, or is in a position where she can change things. And I feel like that's going to be the end of Weiss's character arc, is that she takes over the family, and she's like, yeah, we're now a peaceful... everyone has good rights, yay.
Okay. Solve racism.
I mean, to be fair, that is what every single fanfiction writer has been guessing since Volume 1.
I mean, it's a pretty simple guess, I suppose.
Every single one. Every single one, no exception.
Yeah, the moment they made her slightly racist.
Okay, some exception. The alternate exception is that she completely detaches herself from the Schnee name, marries RWBY, takes on the Rose name, and lives happily ever after. That's the other exception.
No. That's your exception. No one else believes that.
Okay, thank you there's a lot of white Rose shippers. I will fight you on this.
It is a fight you will lose. I'm still certain that they are going to do Oscar and RWBY.
I will.
I don't appreciate it, but I'm certain they will.
I don't doubt you on that. I don't like it either. In fact, I despise it because
like
I don't like Oscar.
Coming straight towards us, and we're stuck on the train tracks. I don't want to be here, but I see what's happening in front of me.
I mean, Clover is more interesting from the outset than Oscar?
No. Oh God, no. Okay. We've spent more. It's more that we haven't had enough time. You know, Clover could be interesting.
I want you to think back to the first time we met Oscar versus the first time we met Clover, and now think of which one sticks out more in your mind.
Oscar.
Oscar.
Because Oscar really didn't want to be in this situation. He's like, hey, get the hell out of my head. Also, hey, Dashi.
That's fair. Hi, Dashi.
Hey.
Clover is so...
He has a fishing rod.
Okay. Clover is the freaking guy from Rick and Morty, the superhero who was like the captain of that team.
Maximus, Renegade Star Soldier!
Oh,
the Vindicator.
What
Was it the Vindicators?
The Vindicators. Yeah, the Vindicators.
He's the Vindicator guy without the interesting character dynamic of he just really hates everyone. Or at least not yet. Yeah. You know, if they make him interesting by having him be the bad guy, ignore everything I'm saying.
I still think that all of them will turn out to be evil, and that's the big twist. It's like because I know you guys are like, oh, Doggo Boy, he's so sweet and earnest and all that stuff. They actually, like, we combine that with the whole racism that was discussed here. What if that was a red herring? Like him being like, I'm not here to solve the social issue, but in reality he's like, I'm going to overthrow all social order and reestablish fairness.
I get you, but this is RWBY.
I'm saying
I don't have that much faith in them.
We have two new writers that are they're wild cards. They're wild cards. We don't know what they're capable of.
Well, they're not capable of displaying good portrayals of racism.
Well, yet. But I agree with you, yes.
I know this. I disagree. Actually, I disagreeing with myself. This episode was better, because it talked about a real issue.
Better does not equal good.
Of how a lot of people just kind of live in ignorance about the shit that goes on around them.
I would say this is adequate. This is adequate, not good.
Yeah, I agree. You know, I would be all right, cool. If we didn't already have that absolutely rubbish thing a few episodes ago. This is what we expected. So I don't know. I'm just happy that it exists.
Do you think Doggo Boy is going to be the like, I don't want to get into politics, but like in like every one of his scenes?
That's pretty much what he was this episode. It's like, I don't have the answer for this, but the situation, we do live in a society.
Yeah. I would approve if like that was the gimmick, where he's just like, there's nothing we can do about it except harp on it endlessly. That's not what I'm doing. It's just the only thing we can't do. Or something like that.
I mean, yeah.
But like I said, I think it'd be better if like all of them turned out to be evil and like they're genuinely nice people, but they just like if we actually saw
they are?
No, what I'm saying is they are genuinely nice people, but they're fighting for the different side because they have reason to fight for the different side. It's sort of like,
geez, it would sure be nice to know if anybody has a reason.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big thing.
Well, I mean, I would have just went with the way that Atlantis did it. Money. They're getting paid.
That too.
You know, I was just like, they're mercenaries, or they're in the pocket of Salem's group because they already know what's going on. They're like, we can't beat Salem. We might as well join them, be on the winning team.
Well, okay, but if they didn't know that, then what if Salem unites everybody against Ozpin?
Yeah, I'm just like assuming stuff, you know.
What if all of the Salem people actually know that Ozpin is like a douchebag who's trying to like keep all this like stuff under wraps, and then like once she unites everybody and summons the gods, it's like she wins and like humanity is united, but on her side.
What is Salem's endgame?
We don't know.
We don't really know. Because she can't kill Ozpin either.
I mean, I think it's death. I think she's just trying to like end her suffering.
She just wants to die.
Yeah, I would see that.
Yeah, like I can see that.
Yeah.
Dashi, are there any more questions? Sorry.
No, that's all. That's the questions. I mean, there's one. Yeah, it was from Akko Diana FTW, and it says thoughts on the Aesops, and I think we said plenty on the Aesops.
Yeah, we said plenty on the Aesops.
I still think we should have had familiar faces. I still think we should see at least once this volume some familiar faces. All right, so let's wrap this up.
Thanks everybody for watching to the end. Make sure to like and subscribe over here for the abridged episodes and more reactions. Pledge on Patreon to get into our Discord server and get the uncut reactions early. Sub to Raymond's channel for the even-numbered reactions, and check out Dashi's reaction to episode 1 with Muffin Man Dan.
And we'll catch you all on the flip side.
Bye!
Bye-bye.